Randy Orton is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, right? One of my favorite wrestlers. He's in the top 10, regardless of what anybody says, right? I just don't understand the fact that nowadays Randy Orton is washed up. Like, he has done absolutely nothing since his return. He's been in feuds with Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, had a feud with John Cena, but it ended in some bullshit because R-Truth wants to interfere. Basically Randy Orton's being treated like a fucking clown at this point, and I don't like it, right? So today, I'm going to talk about Randy Orton and how completely washed up he is now. Randy Orton was somebody who was one of the greatest heels of all time, right? Randy Orton was that guy, right? Probably somebody's favorite world champion to ever exist, right? Randy Orton should be in big feuds. He should at least be world heavyweight champion right now, right? Randy Orton was 24 years old when he won the world heavyweight title. And now all of a sudden, 20 years later, he's just a meaningless ass feuds and Triple H has nothing in store for him. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about Triple H, he does not give a fuck who's talented, who's not. He doesn't care how famous you are. He's gonna find something for you to do, either it's bad or good. And he had Randy Orton in the field with Jelly Roll. Or tag teaming with Jelly Roll. Are you kidding me? He's in a tag team with Jelly Roll. There's other options you could do with Jelly Roll and Logan Paul. You can have a Logan Paul and Jelly Roll one-on-one match. Literally. Did anybody tell me this, right? We could easily just have Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul. Then we can have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. You know what I'm saying? We literally have, a fucking 16 match pay-per-view going on at SummerSlam, right? But basically, these pay-per-view events are going to make it like 6 matches a night, which shouldn't be happening. Randy Orton, in my opinion, is now being a fucking jobber, right? Randy Orton doesn't even suck, but Randy Orton did get kind of washed up after 2014, right? I'm not going to hold you. Like, after 2014, like, he was in a feud with Seth, losing world titles, and you know what I'm saying? Just in a feud with Sheamus. So, people just started giving up on him, but he was a face. So it's like, what the hell, what's there to complain for? He was in a feud with Bray Wyatt, with tag teaming with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he was in a little mixture right there. We don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He held the title for a whole month, which is stupid. He lost it to Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal, who was one of WWE's best jobbers of all time. And now, but I gotta respect Jinder Mahal. He came back, he worked out, he's trying to lose some weight, you know what I'm saying? Fucking get some muscle in him, so I gotta give it to him. So I don't blame Jinder Mahal. It's just the booking's fault. Why don't Fitz and man understand that, like, I'm gonna give this man a 6-month title reign. He won the title in 24, and I'm gonna have him lose it to Jinder Mahal or AJ Styles at SummerSlam. There you go. But anyways, I don't think Fitz and man even care. Because, Randy Orton, was past his prime, people are gonna say. But Randy Orton was like 37, so what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Now at 40, he turns back heel. That's great. You can have him go back to Legend Killer run, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I have nothing wrong with Randy Orton going back heel, right? You know what I'm saying? He wins the WWE Championship from Drew McIntyre, which is not bad at all. People are going to say, well, Randy Orton buried Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre came a long way. He's only 5 years younger than Drew McIntyre. And Randy Orton still could go at 40. You know what I'm saying? But after that, he was in a feud with Edge and in a tag team with Matt Riddle. Randy Orton has been completely washed up and completely stale when he joined Matt Riddle. I don't understand why he joined Matt Riddle. I think it was one of the worst decisions of all time. You know what I'm saying? That's when things became completely went downhill when he joined RK Bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people like Matt Riddle or want to see Randy Orton happy, fine. That's up to you. But I just know what Randy Orton's character is. To be that bad feeling, winning titles and being undefeatable. But they're not having him do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, right? But if you're going to have Randy Orton do that, at least have him have a 6-month title reign and he feuds with superstars, upcoming superstars. Have him get a win here and there. He shouldn't be in these stupid ass tag team matches, bro. That's like having Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? Like after, let's say 2003, right? The Hurricane gets attacked and you have Stone Cold save the Hurricane, right? From, Triple H and Randy Orton, right? Now you're just going to make Stone Cold and Hurricane versus Evolution. Who the fuck wants to see that? A character like Stone Cold would not save Hurricane. He would probably stun everybody in the ring, including Hurricane, and move on. You know what I'm saying? So, for Randy Orton, his character should be going out there kicking ass and winning titles. He should look at Jelly Roll and be like, I'm not teaming up with you, kid. The fuck? Go out there with Logan Paul. I'm gonna be out there with the big dogs, the big superstars. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, LA Knight. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, thing is this, right? WWE's not doing that. They're not having Randy Orton come out like that no more. See, think about what I'm saying here, right? Imagine winning the title at 24 years old to now you're just becoming stale. After you had another good title reign, 10 years later with the Authority, you just become stale as hell for like 10 years. I would have just retired if I was Randy Orton. And there's other options too. People can retire. People could go to AEW. But Randy Orton chose to stay. And that's why I respect Randy Orton. And now people are going to say, well, Randy Orton had nowhere else to go to. You know, he wasn't going to make enough money. No. Randy Orton stayed in this company. He stayed in WWE for 23 years straight. He didn't go anywhere else. So that's another reason why I respect Randy Orton. You know, and Randy Orton should be booked properly. Randy Orton should be world champion. Bro, Randy Orton's been here for 20 years, man. You know, this ain't nothing. Shut the fuck up, bitch. This nigga's better than Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins all combined, basically, at this point. Like, Randy Orton's pretty much the only last star we really have nowadays. I know people are going to say John Cena. What about the Hardys? What about Edge? Christian? What about the Hardys? What about the Dudley Boys? The Dudley Boys are coming back for one match. And these niggas are in their fucking 50s. They should have retired like years ago. They've been around since the Attitude Era. We're talking about Randy Orton, who started the ruthless aggression when he was a fucking young adult. And he's still here. You know what I'm saying? So Randy Orton should be in the world title picture. And after this tag team match with Jelly Roll, I hope he goes after Cody Rhodes. Because if he's not going to go after Cody Rhodes or turn heel somehow or some way, it don't even got to be on Cody Rhodes. Why don't you just tag, I don't know. Why don't you just tag Jimmy Uso or I don't fucking know. I don't know who's the top face on SmackDown. Just attack LA Knight. Attack LA Knight. Beat his ass. Set him out of WWE. Send him to Impact Wrestling and maybe become Eli Drake. There you go. Randy Orton sent LA Knight to Impact Wrestling because he wants to be on top again, and this is Randy Orton's home that he built. You can make a Randy Orton versus AJ Styles feud. AJ Styles could come to SmackDown and save the house that he claimed he built. But Randy Orton was here first. AJ Styles was in TNA. So have Randy Orton retire AJ Styles. We get to December, and he can retire John Cena. Randy Orton is a 15-time world champion. He's putting legends out of this company, right? And then if that's you, maybe next year, you can have a new upcoming star maybe beat him. I don't know. It doesn't matter who it is. But that's how you book Randy Orton now in his last years in WWE. He should be taking out legends. He should be taking out The Miz, Sheamus, guy who's been there for a long time. And Randy Orton has been there for a very long time. He's a legend killer, right? Is he the legend killer? Because I could have swore the last time this dude is a legend killer. But he's not showing me that right now. And if we're not going to get this, bro, Randy Orton has become stout. This is like literally Randy Orton's one of his worst runs in history of WWE. If you're going to say John Cena's was great, look at Randy Orton and look at John Cena's. Both of them have the worst heels going on. I mean, the worst runs ever in history in WWE. Cena was never meant to be a heel, and Randy Orton's never meant to have fun and go around and be stale. He should go out there, kick some ass. If you want to be a good guy, fun. But he should be going out there kicking ass and winning titles and shit, bro. And from 2010 to 11, he won the WWE title. He was fighting for it, and then he won the world title last year. Like twice or three times, right? That's how it's supposed to be done. Now people are going to be like, well, Randy Orton's very talented. Randy Orton's overrated. Fuck you. Randy Orton's a star. Randy Orton's a star. They try to say the same thing for Goldberg and John Cena. Those are stars. People like Goldberg and John Cena. You know what I'm saying? Those are stars. They can draw money. Can draw millions in. Draw people in to watch. Randy Orton can't right now because he's stale and he's in a weak-ass feud. If Randy Orton's not turning heel, WWE is going to be dead. Now, I feel like Randy Orton saved WWE in pandemic. Because I think without Randy Orton's heel run with the pandemic, I don't think nobody would have watched this shit. I don't think nobody would have watched if Randy Orton never had his legend killer run. Let's be honest. So if Randy Orton turns heel, this could save WWE from ratings and bankruptcy. And you wonder why TKO is at $3 billion in debt because of this shit. They're not thinking about who belongs in what spot. So, again, WWE needs to turn Randy Orton heel, or Randy Orton, I'm sorry to say this, sadly should just retire. You just retired, man. You know? It's better for your body, you know? You won't be at rest no more. You feel me? And your career won't become stale. And you won't be booked the wrong way. You feel me? If I was Randy Orton, I would think of things like these. I would have think of options of like this. You know what I'm saying? Think of options. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. You think Randy Orton's washed up, or do you think he just is just chilling and being himself?